It's one of the most important decisions any couple planning a wedding has to make, but finding a wedding venue is one of the biggest challenges for one couple who opted to use a home they found on Airbnb. A cancellation 1 month before their dream day has left them with no place to say, "I do."
We now have to replan our wedding. That essentially was taking 8 months to plan. We now have to replan it in 3 weeks.
The couple based in Hamilton got engaged at the start of the year and hit the ground running, planning their dream day for August 25th. They say they had difficulty finding a venue in such short time, so looked for alternatives, finding this bridal path home in North Toronto on the short-term rental site Airbnb. The owners touted it as a, quote, paradise home that is stunning for, among other things, wedding events and birthday parties. Perfect for the couple.
We exchanged some text messages explaining the details of what we were looking to be able to do, like having a tent and catering and all that sort of thing, and they didn't seem to have any problem with that.
They say they paid half of the nearly $3,800 payment as a deposit for a 2-night stay on January 15th, telling the owners they would be staying in the home with another couple and hosting their wedding in their backyard with about 100 guests. But 6 months after the agreement,
they sent an alteration request to our account for almost $14,000 with no explanation.
What was the reasoning for hiking up the price originally?
It had to do with the cost of the mortgage was what their initial excuse was, but they kept changing the reason as time went on and as we kind of refuted the reasons that they were giving us for changing the price, and it just got to the point where it didn't seem like they could be reasoned with it anymore, so we asked Airbnb to cancel it.
Nate says Airbnb attempted to mediate between them and the host, but neither side gave in. The couple said they got a refund. We sent a list of questions to Airbnb and were referred to their website, which indicates the host can't request guests to pay a higher price than the one that was listed on the booking request. The spokesperson did not provide a response when City News asked why the host was allowed to increase their prices months after the couple paid a deposit. But part of a statement reads, "We're looking into this incident and have reached out to the guests to provide further support, in addition to a full refund." Hi, this is Faiza Amin with City News. We also called and texted 2 numbers the couple had been using to communicate with the host. Our calls and texts were not returned in time for broadcast. This Toronto lawyer says not all contracts have to be on paper to be valid, and oral contracts, though more difficult to prove, are equally valid.
As a general rule, there is an offer and there's acceptance, there's exchange of some form of consideration, usually money, and at that point a contract exists.
Caryma Sa'd also says people should read the fine print and do have legal grounds in situations where an agreement is broken. But for the couple, the goal now is trying to salvage their wedding.
It's not like this is just a party. They know how important weddings are to a lot of people, and they probably figured that we wouldn't really have another choice except to pay money.
Late this evening, an Airbnb spokesperson said they were supporting the couple through the rebooking process, and they've suspended the host account, also saying they'll be looking further into their history with guests on the platform. For City News, I'm Faiza Amin.